Bonjour from Paris. My name is Jamie and I've been living in Paris for 8 years. Choosing where to stay can be overwhelming. Should you stay in a popular area such as the Champs-Élysées and the Louvre? Or should you stay up in charming Montmartre, farther away from major tourist attractions? With the Love in Paris team and my years of experience in Paris, I'll be answering all of your questions. We'll be going into the top 5 neighborhoods that I think you should stay in during your trip to Paris. We'll be going every type of traveler and what part of Paris will best suit them. All right, on y va. That means let's go. No matter where you choose to stay in Paris, Paris is not that big. The main part of the city is here, surrounded by the highway known as the périphérique. There are 20 arrondissements, or districts, that start in the center of the city and move clockwise. Each of the arrondissements are unique in their own way, but the real split begins with the River Seine. That puts Paris into Rive Gauche and Rive Droite. Rive Gauche is less crowded and definitely more residential than Rive Droite, which has a lot of main shopping streets and busy areas. The center arrondissement, so the 1st through 4th, will typically be more expensive, but they're super convenient to getting around the city. If you're looking for cheaper and more hip neighborhoods, check out the 11th and 17th and the 20th arrondissement. They offer a lot of Parisian charm without the price tag. The best part about Paris is that you can get all around the city by metro in under an hour. So when you pick an area, focus on what's the best match for you and your type of trip. Other than your personal preferences, here's what you should also keep in mind. 1. How central your hotel is. If you have no idea what to do in Paris, try staying in the first 6 arrondissements. 2. Proximity to useful metro stations. Most likely you'll be traveling around. Consider the line 1 and 4 as well as the 8 and 9. I'm partial to the line 7, although it does kind of feel like the slowest line. It's the Louvre, Opera, and the cutest neighborhood, Le Pelletier. 3. If your accommodation is close to good restaurants and shops. But how do you find them? There are market streets and buzzing neighborhoods like Mont d'Orgueil and Marché d'Enfants Rouge that are local and offer so much after a long day of exploring. This is the Marais, an area of Paris that I love to explore. Arguably the coolest area of Paris that is still local without being residential. If you like food and nightlife, this is where I would stay. It's located on the right bank in the 3rd and 4th arrondissement, which are pretty central. For Parisians, this is a hip, young area that is quite the hub for startup offices. It's vibrant and it's so good for foodies, vegetarians included. The type of restaurants you'll find here vary in pricing. You can find the top restaurants in Paris without the price tag to match, or you can get food for an average price. Think 30 to 40 per course. The Marais is also the LGBTQIA+ hub of Paris, which means it has its fair shares of gay bars and inclusive spaces. While you may not be near a lot of tourist attractions, which are congregated to the west of the city, you are close to Place de Vosges, Picasso Museum, and Musée Carnavalet. That being said, the Marais is awake deep into the night, so I feel like if you're looking for peace and quiet, the Marais is just not for you. If you're looking to walk to major tourist attractions, you might want to skip this area and just venture over for a good meal and for some fun shops. Wondering where to stay in the Marais? We have an article up on Love in Paris with our top hotel recommendations, and you can find it in the description box below. Next up is Saint-Germain-des-Prés. This neighborhood is the one I fell in love with when I first came to Paris. It is so quintessentially Paris with its architecture and its vibrant streets. If it's your first time in Paris and you really want to experience Paris that is local, but is also tourist friendly, this is where you need to be. You can find this part of Paris in the 6th arrondissement, which is Rive Gauche. It's close enough to all the major tourist attractions without being overwhelmed by tourists. The left bank is known for its artistic side. Historically, it was home to so many artists and poets. Nowadays, you can find bookshops, design shops, and art galleries which pay homage to the past. There definitely are pockets of tourist traps like Café des Fleurs, but the 6th arrondissement has a lot of gems like the Bon Marché, that is a way lesser known department store, Le Grand Épicerie, which is a magic grocery store with literally everything that you need, high-end products, specialty products, it's amazing. My tip for you is to walk down Rue de Bussy. Personally, I find it one of the most Parisian streets in the city. It is lined with restaurants, wine bars, and different places that you can stop and people watch. Looking to come to Paris soon, get our insider tips in our Paris 101 guide that we designed with a savvy tourist in mind. It is everything you need to know as a first-time visitor in Paris if your goal is to live like a local. In our guide, you're gonna find everything you need to know about Paris. This guide is designed to take all the stress out of visiting the city for the first time, and it's completely free. Just click the link in the description for more information on how to access. All right, back to the video. Appropriately known as a little village, Montmartre is a whimsical area north of Paris. I love this area because even though it's a high traffic, high tourist area, it still maintains its quaintness. A great area for couples, and if you don't mind all these steps, families as well. There's plenty to do and discover in this area, such as Sacré-Cœur, Maison Rose, and Musée de la Vie Romantique. In terms of pricing, while Montmartre itself can be pricey when it comes to accommodation, if you find yourself venturing to the surrounding neighborhoods, you'll find great prices and local spots. That being said, the surrounding neighborhoods such as Porte-Gliancourt and Barbès-Rochechouart are known for being less safe. If you're going to be staying around here, definitely stick to areas like South Pigalle, also known as Sophie, and La Marque-en-Lancourt. And just a heads up, I generally avoid this area if you're going to be doing a lot of nights out, just because it's not the safest in the early hours. Louis Vuitton, the Louvre, bustling markets, the border between the first and second arrondissement are like a pick-your-own-adventure. You can go towards Palais Royal, near the designer shops, or you can go towards Montorgueil, which is a buzzing neighborhood with cafe-lined streets. What I love about the second is it's home to a lot of Paris's secondhand stores, which offer a great shopping alternative. Be warned that the prices aren't cheap because the clothes are kind of repurposed and then resold at the same price as surrounding stores. If you're drawn to the Champs-Élysées, I do recommend staying near Palais Royal. You get all the designer feel without getting overwhelmed with all the tourist traps. Also, let's not forget about the price point. It's way cheaper. Around the first and the second, you can find accommodations that are well priced along with more moderately priced and funky hotels. Really, there's something for everybody. For those of you who want to stay central and get a real taste of Parisian cafe culture, stay in the Montorgueil area. The artery of this area is Rue Montorgueil. You'll find fresh fruits, cafes, and the world's oldest patisserie, Dorère. Sorer? I can't pronounce it. Staying in this area gives you plenty of access to the Louvre, Bourse des Commerces, and a lot of covered passages with old bookstores and really cool restaurants. The district is lively, which means this is not the right area if you're looking for quiet Parisian streets. The 11th Arrondissement of Paris is a dynamic and diverse neighborhood known for its bohemian spirit and vibrant nightlife. This is in my top 5 neighborhoods because it is so cool. When I'm around here, I always have my phone out so I can save various restaurants and locations. Situated to the right of the Seine, it boasts a rich history intertwined with contemporary culture and French Revolutionary history. This district is ideal for young travelers, creative types, and those looking to experience the local lifestyle. The 11th Arrondissement offers a genuine slice of life in Paris. No house-meeting architecture here, and is closer to cheaper accommodation options. The 11th is known for its lively atmosphere with numerous bars, clubs, and live music venues, particularly around Bastille and Oberkampf. Food enthusiasts will delight in the array of eateries ranging from traditional French bistros to international cuisine. The 11th Arrondissement is also home to charming squares and green spaces like the picturesque square of Marais. It has a great base to explore the artistic scene at venues like Atelier de Lumière. I love the 11th, but if you're looking to stay here, stay away from places like Bastille and République because there are giant squares where people gather to protest and they can get a little bit rough at night. I'm sure in your research you found a lot of great neighborhoods to stay in, so don't let this list be the only one that you follow. I have 3 more rapid-fire neighborhoods for you to consider. The Latin Quarter, a quieter sister neighborhood to Saint-Germain-des-Prés, it really feels like midnight in Paris. The Canal Saint-Martin, a great budget-friendly area with plenty of hip locations and cheap eats and cheap stays. The 7th Arrondissement. I think it's a controversial arrondissement just because it's not my speed. I have a lot of friends who swear by it, especially when you go east of the Eiffel Tower. It's quiet and quaint. Which neighborhood do you think you'd stay in? If you find this video helpful, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more travel tips and guides. And don't forget the notification bell so you don't miss an update. Let us know in the comments if you have any questions and also which neighborhood in Paris are you most excited to explore. Au revoir, see you in Paris. Bisous.